Hey everyone, what is up? Welcome back to Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel. Today we will be resuming where we abruptly left off in the last episode. So as I mentioned in the last episode, the play session that happened during that video was absurdly long. It was about 5 hours. And I decided that as much as I know you guys like long videos, I think 5 hours for an episode that's kind of in the middle of the route that has a good splitting point just wasn't the move. So, I don't know, maybe you guys wanted that 5-hour episode, and I wouldn't blame you for that, but I think this should be coming out the day after the last episode, so I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I just thought it was the best move to split it, so I gotta record a quick little intro. I can tell you, you guys are in for a treat today. I mean, I'm not gonna say any more than that, but this episode is just amazing. And I hope you guys who already know what's going on are looking forward to it, and those of you who may not have any clue what's going on here, maybe this is your first experience of Fate, well, I just want to say buckle in. Today's going to be a wild one. Let's go ahead and jump right into it though. Gotta be. No? Hey, we're not dead.
どう？気分少しは落ち着いた？
Sitting on the church's long bench, I nod silently. That might have been a perspective swap.
そう。なら治療の必要はないわね。あとは体力と一緒に回復するだろうから、おとなしくしていなさい。
Tosaka sits a bit away from me. The distance between our minds is much greater than this. There's no idle conversation as we wait for Kotomine. My left hand screams with pain when I clench it. No, doesn't seem like it. Feels like there's a nail driven through my palm. That would have been wild if they hit us with a perspective swap. The cut from grabbing the knife hurts more than the bruises from Ryder or the stab wound from Sakura. Could you imagine if Shiro actually got killed off? That would have been the most insane plot twist ever. They killed off Shiro and it was like from Sakura's perspective for the rest of the route. That'd be insane. The dark clouds block the view of the night sky. The rain clouds tell me that it's going to rain soon. I guess the spear-like thing that attacked Osaka was Sakura's magic. The magical nature that the Mato household inherits is absorption. When a lack of magical energy made Sakura suffer, she unconsciously cast the spell. She probably aimed at Osaka because she had the most magical energy there. It stabbed and entangled around my arm because I pushed Osaka away, and it sucked all the magical energy out of me. Magical energy is life force. It's natural for me to lose consciousness when it's sucked out of me. I'd already used up my energy when I fought Ryder, so I easily felt unconscious, and Osaka brought me to the church after that. I hear Sakura fainted when she saw me fall.
あの子、自分に攻撃したのよ。
Osaka murmurs and explains to me that she's getting treated in the back right now. She attacked herself. It seems Sakura is in critical condition. The liquid that came out of her earring was poisoned, and Kotomine is purifying it now. Osaka doesn't say anything. Neither Archer nor Ryder are here. Only the two of us are in the church, waiting for Kotomine's return.
Tosaka.
Still sitting down, I call out to her.
何？
聞きたいことがある。
でしょうね。いいわ、話してあげる。隠していても仕方がないし、もうその意味もなくなったし。聞きたいのはさくらのこと？
Yeah, I nod. Tosaka takes a deep breath and starts to talk in her normal tone.
発端はずいぶん前よ。マトウの血が薄れ出して、生まれてくる子供に魔力。もともとマトウはよその魔術師だから、日本の土が合わなかったんでしょう。この町に根を下ろしてからマトウの衰退が始まって、今代の後継者である神事になって、ついに魔術回路そのものが消え失せた。マトウの歴史はそれで終わったのよ。マトウが追い求めたものを継承するだけなら、弟子でも何でも取ればよかった。けど、マトウは名門だし、外部からの受け入れを拒否し続けた。結果、生まれてくる跡継ぎの魔力は落ちていって、最後には完全に魔力が尽きてしまった。
That's really definitive. And then what? Is it, and then Sakura happened? Or is it, and then they found Sakura somewhere, or like adopted, right? Took her in.
そうなってから弟子を取ろうとしたけど、落ちぶれた名門に来る魔術師はいなかったわ。何百年も続いたっていうマトウ。マキリの歴史はそこで終わるはずだった。けど、それで諦められるような人たちじゃなかったのね。シンジのお父さんは外から養子を取って、その子にマトウの魔術を伝えたのよ。
Yeah, this was hinted at in Unlimited Blade Works, so I'm not
で
surprised.
エミヤ君のところは特殊だから知らないだろうけど、魔術師の家系は一子相伝なの。跡継ぎにするって決めた子供以外には決して魔術は教えない。これは造形もいて、もし兄弟だったらどちらかを後継者にしてどちらかは普通に育てるか養子に出すって。
There's no need for two successors. In a case of siblings, no, sisters, what would be done to the one who wasn't needed? Some may raise her and hide her from the fact that they are a family of magi. That's difficult and inefficient. If they trained their magic circuit over many generations, it would not be their wish to waste the excellent gene even if she's not chosen as the successor.
父さんが。
そう、私一つ下の妹がいたの。
Isn't that exactly what I said too? I swear that's exactly what I said. I swear I said exactly that. I could be crazy.
衰退したマトウには養子を取るあてなんかないでしょ。そうなったマトウが古くから盟約を結んでいた遠坂を頼りにするのは道理よね。
Wow.
父さんがどっちを後継者にするつもりだったかはわからない。ただ私は遠坂に残って、あの子はマトウにもらわれていった。それが11年前の話。それ以来あの子とはまともに会えなかった。マトウとの取り決めでね、もうあの子はマトウの後継者だからむやみ
Goodness.
に会うなって言われてたの。
そうか。それじゃあ、遠坂とさくらは。
実の姉妹よ。まあ一度もそんな風に呼び合ったことはないけどね。
I don't know how much emotion is contained in those simple words. But that makes me understand. Why she always asked about Sakura. Why she didn't let Archer use his noble phantasm.
よかった。遠坂、さくらの味方なんだ。
A dim light shines into the gloom of my mind. I don't know what's going to happen to Sakura, or what she's going to do from now on. But if Tosaka cares for Sakura, there just might be hope waiting on the ominous path ahead.
いいえ、私あの子の味方でも何でもないわ。
Honestly, that's fair. There's no particular reason for her to be. But Tosaka denies me as if reading my thoughts.
味方じゃない。
ええ、このままさくらが治らないのなら敵として処理するだけよ。無差別に人を襲う魔術師なんて放っておけるわけがないでしょう。綺麗がさくらを治療できなかったらその時は私が処理する。
That's brutal, but it's certainly the right move.
何言ってやがるお前。さくらはお前の妹だろ。殺すなんて、そんなこと間違っても口にするな。
I mean, true? But, I mean, they haven't interacted really in 11 years.
さくらはマトウの娘よ。11年前からとっくに私の妹じゃない。
Yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate circumstance, but, I mean, that's just kind of the reality of it.
遠坂、お
I
前。
mean, they were still kids at the time.
仮にあなたの言う通り肉親として関係があるとしても結果は変わらない。それこそあなたが口出しできる話じゃないわ。
それじゃあ、紳士と。
No different from Shinji. Oh, I wouldn't go that far. But before I can say the worst thing possible,
何をしている。手術は済んだが患者は未だ危険な状態だ。騒ぐのなら外でするがいい。
yeah, that's fair. Kotomine Kire emerges from the back of the church.
ことみね、
さくら
さくらは。
まったくいがみ合っているのか息が合っているのかお前たちは分からんな。
Might be a bit of both right now.
そんなのあんたの勘違いよ。
そうか。では座れ。的尾さくらの容態を説明する。
Taking our separate seats, we listen intently to the priest.
簡単に説明すれば、的尾さくらの体内には虫が混入している。この虫は刻印虫と呼ばれるものだ。人為的に作られた蚕糸のようなものだが、聞き覚えはあるか。
Yeah. I was right. There is a worm. Frankly, I thought it was going to be more than one. At least, I was right about something, I guess. I've missed so much on this route. Like with the theories, whew, they've been off. Yikes. But I will say, I got the one about Sakura right. Or like, well, there have been a lot about Sakura. About Sakura and Tosaka being related, right? Because of the one scene from Unlimited Blade Works, right? Where she just randomly brings up adoption. And I'm like, no way, right? Like was she adopted into the family? And like, I think I even went as far as to mention Tosaka specifically as the family. But anyways, and yeah, the Sanshi, they said that was like the meat that never runs out no matter how much you eat, right? I think. I shake my head. Sanshi, a bug's, no, I was wrong. It's something else. Yikes, I just mixed up Japanese words. Unlucky. Sanshi, a bug said to inhabit a human body that reports the person's evil deeds to the judge of hell. I've heard of Sanshi, but I've never heard of a crestworm.
知らないか。まあ、本来は害のないただの寄生虫だ。宿主から魔力を食い、活動を続けるだけの使い魔でな。宿主の存命を発信するだけの使い魔としては最低位のものだ。
魔術で作った監視装置みたいなものね。造剣はそれで桜を監視してるってこと？
おや、刻印中の主が魔頭造剣だといつ決まったのかな。
Is it not?
悪いけど、今はあんたの長話に付き合ってる気分じゃないの。あのジジイ以外、誰が桜にそんなもの植え付けるっていうのよ。
Is this when he says, actually, it was your father?
なるほど。それは確かに。魔頭神事では刻印中は扱えん。
Yeah, it's just him speaking.
となれば、使い手はあの吸血虫以外いないな。
Just him being roundabout then.
でしょ？いいから結論を言って。桜は助かるのか、助からないのか。
気が早いな、リン。お前は彼女の容体を把握しているようだが、そこの少年は別だ。
Tosaka looks away awkwardly. Judging by her expression, she doesn't want me to find out.
さて、どうするエミヤシロ。リンは結論だけを聞きたいと言っているが。
いや、順序立てて説明してくれ、ことみね。
I'm sorry for Tosaka, but I can't yield to her about this. This has to do with Sakura's life. I have to know everything about it.
では続きだ。
Oh boy, that music.
先ほど説明した刻印虫だがな。これが魔頭桜の神経を蝕んでいるのだ。11年間、魔頭桜の体内で育てられた結果だろう。刻印虫は魔術回路に似た神経となり、本来の神経と絡み合いながら全身に行き渡っている。
Yikes. こ
の刻印虫から魔術刻印と化したものは通常停止しており、魔頭桜には何の影響も及ぼさない。だが、ひとたび作動すれば、魔頭桜の神経を侵し、その魔力を糧に動き続ける。先ほどの状態はそれだ。体内に刻印虫が徘徊し、生命力たる魔力を奪っていった。あの状態が半日も続けば、魔頭桜は死んでいただろう。動力である魔力を吸い尽くした刻印虫は、さらなる栄養として魔頭桜自身を狙う。魔力を空にされた魔頭桜は、次にその体を虫に奪われるということだ。
That is extremely brutal.
その痛みがどれほどであるかは、魔術刻印を持つお前ならばわかるだろう。人体は爪の先ほどの異物が混入しただけで不快感を訴え、時に生命活動そのものに支障をきたす。神経の至るところに違う神経が混ざり、それが動き出す不快感など、吐き気だけで死に至るほどだろうな。
That's so gross. Just when you say it like that, man, just makes me like think about how disgusting that would be.
その点で言えば、先ほどまで魔頭桜の意識があったのは驚きだ。魔頭桜は意志が強いのか、それとも刻印虫の発動に慣れているのか、そのあたりは本人に聞かねばわかるまい。
You think all those times where she's like collapsing like that, it's literally just her, like, it's probably just the crestworm, right? Jeez. I hear a sound. It's the sound of my teeth grinding. You have a magic crest. You should well know how painful it is. I couldn't possibly know. I cover myself in sweat just to insert one magic circuit into my body. Sakura has it several times worse. I couldn't even guess at her pain.
待って、作動すればって言ったわね。じゃあ刻印柱は普段活動していないの？
かけられた薬物は刻印柱を目覚めさせるだけのものだ。刻印柱は監視役に過ぎない。あれは宿主である的尾さくらがある条件を破った時のみ制裁として活動を開始する。
What is it when she disobeys Shinji? Just listening to his words make me go crazy. I know it's not something Kotomine did. I almost attack him for saying that. I suppress my selfish emotion and
それはどんな
I urge him to go on and tell me the heart of the matter.
的尾さくらが倒れ、リンはそれを救おうとした。だがライダーはそれを阻んだのだろう。ならば条件は明白だ。マスターとしての戦いを放棄すること。それが刻印柱の制約だろう。
Yeah, that makes sense. Because, I mean, it was either that or the fact that she disobeyed Shinji. Right? Like, it's gotta be one of the two.
今までは的尾真司にライダーを預けることで戦いに賛同していたが、それを拒否した今、刻印柱は的尾さくらを攻め続ける。今は何をしている？マスターならば早く殺し合え。できぬのならばお前を食い殺すとな。
So she's being held hostage. Nice. And forced to go into this war, basically, at this point. My mind almost breaks down. Just hearing about it makes sparks flash in my vision. More than anything, I want to kill that old man.
それがさくらに課せられた条件なのか。
そのようだな。他にそれらしい条件はない。
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
ならマスターでなくなればいいんじゃないのか。令状を使い切ってサーバントと契約を解除すればもうマスターじゃないんだから。
それは進められん。言っただろ。
Yeah.
刻印柱が発動する条件はマスターの責務を放棄することだと。
That's just straight up ignoring that, and would certainly get her killed.
自らの手でライダーとの契約を立てば、刻印柱は今度こそ的尾さくらを食い尽くすぞ。
そう。戦って生き残るか、戦わずに刻印柱に殺されるか。今のさくらにある選択肢はそれだけってことね。
Yikes, those are terrible options.
そうなるな。聖杯戦争が続く限り、刻印柱は宿主を攻め続ける。この状態が続けば、肉体はもちろんのこと、的尾さくらの精神が持つまい。何しろ、全身に魔術刻印があるのだ。それが正気の沙汰ではないと、お前ならばわかるだろう、リン。
そうね。もう馴染んだはずなのに、定期的に腕ごとどうにかしたくなるし。左腕だけの私がこれなんだから、
Yeah.
全身に刻印なんかあったら人間としての機能が侵食される。
Man, I just don't even know what to say right now to all of this.
そんなの魔術師じゃなくて魔術回路の塊よ。人間の精神なんて魔力の波で書き換えられる。
さくらは
今の状態が続けば危ういな。あと何日持つかはわからんが、日が経つにつれ刻印柱の侵食は進む。それが全身に行き渡る前に排除できなければ死ぬだけだが、その前に体の方が持つまい。
So what? Does she have no choice but to be a master? Like, is that what they're
私が
saying?
行ったことは戦場だけだ。失われた魔力と精神を呼び戻す手術はこれからだが、それも成功する見込みは低い。話はそれだけだ。結論を言えば、このままでは的尾さくらは助からない。それで納得はいったか、エミヤシロ。
I can't say that I am. There's no way I'm satisfied. Sakura can't be saved? That's ridiculous. She was doing so well until yesterday, so why are things like this now?
排除。そうだ、刻印中の摘出はできないのか。異物が混ざってるって分かってるなら取り除けるはずだろう。
摘出は難しいな。すでに刻印中は魔術回路となり、魔頭さくらの一部となっている。
Yikes.
刻印をそうだな。それでも摘出したいというのなら、それはもう奇跡とやらに頼るしかない。
Or the Holy Grail, huh? Yikes. The Holy Grail. So that's where it ends up, huh? Sakura's only choice is to keep fighting as a master, and the power of the Holy Grail is the only thing that can save her?
大体事情は分かったわ、キレ。とりあえず礼を言っとく。
She bows without showing much gratitude and confronts the priest.
けどいきなりすぎない？刻印中を植え付けられたのは昨日今日じゃないはずよ。なのに突然今日に限って限界が来たっていうの？
It's a valid question.
何を今さら。魔頭さくらの体に刻印中が与えられたのは何年も前だ。目も髪も遠坂のものでなくなるほど初期に手を加えられたのだぞ。延長は昨日今日始まったものではない。ま、それも今回のように破滅を呼ぶものではなかったようだが。
Yeah, but that's just insane. So extensive that even her hair and eye colors no longer reflect her heritage. Jeez.
魔頭造剣は今回の戦いで魔頭さくらを使う気はなかったらしい。何しろ戦闘用に調整されていない。魔頭さくらをあのように扱ったのは何か予期せぬ条件が揃ったからと見るべきだろうな。
予期せぬ条件ね。それがなんだかわからないけど、昨日今日で突然さくらは造剣のお眼鏡にかなったってこと？
だろうな。魔頭造剣ではなく魔頭さくら自身に造剣が予期しなかった変化が起こったと見るべきだ。
It depends on how recent that was. What are the odds that it was just her desire to protect us?
だがそれは一要因に過ぎる。急激な変化の理由は他にもある。
So when did Zoken start intending to use her in this war? Or like, I feel like I'm misunderstanding that. Hold on. Unexpected conditions were met. What? The desire? I feel like it very well could be that desire to protect Shiro.
あの娘はサーバントを行使することで魔力を常に消費するようになった。そのため刻印中にまで餌が回らなくなったとしたら
That's a problem.
飢えた虫。
そうか。マスターとして戦いなんて条件がなくても足りない魔力の分さくらの体を削っていくんだ。けどならライダーさえ使わなければ魔力は失われないんだから少しは。
ああ、しばらくは今まで通りの生活ができるだろう。もっともあの老人がこのまま魔頭さくらを放置するとは思えんが。
Yeah, there's no shot.
でしょうね。そうでもなければさくらに刻印中なんて植え付けないし、戦わなければ体を乗っ取られて、戦えば魔力を消費してやっぱりあの子の体は削られていく。
That's one hell of a predicament.
いいえ、それだけじゃない。刻印中を与えた塔の造剣はその気になればいつでもさくらを自由に使える。
That's quite the predicament, huh?
さくらを自由に使える。
ええ、結局さくらの命は造剣に握られている。だからさくらを助けたいのなら造剣を倒すしかない。けどエミヤ君、造剣を倒すのなら先にさくらを倒すしかないわ。あの子は造剣の操り人形当然。造剣を追い詰めればあいつは必ずさくらを盾にする。
Yeah. I'm sure he's pulling out all the cards.
そういうことだ。造剣にとって魔頭さくらは都合のいい駒だからな。魔頭真珠をけしかけたように、実際マスターとしての能力は彼女の方が上だ。あれは虫どもにせかされ、魔頭真珠以上に造剣好みのマスターとして暴走しよう。
That's the last thing we wanted to hear.
だが私も老人の思惑通りに行くのは歯がゆい。
Same.
麻藤さくらの手術は引き続き行う。今はかけられた薬物を洗浄して麻酔をかけた状態だ。本格的な体の回復と刻印中の摘出はこれから行う。
Man, here's to hoping this somehow works.
キレ、あんた。
絶望的だが努力はする。このまま麻藤さくらを死なせることはできない。神父が奇跡にのみ頼るというのもイメージが悪かろう。
True. That's true. Tosaka's surprise is natural. His words are surprising even to me, and I've only known him for a short while. This isn't a guess, but a conviction. Kotomine is seriously trying to save Sakura. It might just be because he's a priest, but this is too much even for that. This is literally just to undermine Zoken.
どういう風の吹き回し？あんたが他人にそこまで肩入れするなんて初めて見たわ。
気まぐれではない。死なすには惜しいだけだ。もっとも、お前たちにとっては、ここで一人減った方がいいのだろうがな。
The priest's response is plain. Tosaka glares at the priest.
任せたわ。手術が済んだ頃に来るから。
And leaves the church with those words. I feel like there's no way we're going anywhere, right? Tosaka leaves, and the church regains its silence. The priest silently sees Tosaka off. I can't even stand up because I can't think of anything.
何をしている？お前がここに残ったところで役には立たん。邪魔をされても困る。手術が終わるまで時間を潰してこい。
Fair enough.
邪魔なんてするか。こと手術に関してはあんたを信頼してる。以前も
Goodness.
あの時とは手術の規模が段違いなのだがな。
Left clicking a bit fast today, my bad, guys.
麻藤さくらは自らを撃つことで暴走を止めた。おそらくお前を傷つけたことで自家中毒を起こしたのだろう。簡単に言ってしまえば、あれは自らの心を殺すことで造剣に操られる自身を止めたのだ。
So it was definitely the right move to jump in there. Can't say I'm surprised. Literally, that was my hope, right? That somehow by having Sakura hurt us, she'd like, I don't know, wise up or something. Or that I was hoping she'd stop if we got in the way. She'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm done. I'm not charging this up anymore. But that did not happen. But instead we got here.
これから行う手術は停止した心臓をもう一度動かすことに等しい。もっとも刻印中のおかげで肉体は未だ生きている。
That's not all you have to do.
精神のだが、そこにお前がいては迷惑だ。麻藤さくらの苦悶を聞きつけて押し入られては潜んでるし、第一、そのような苦悩を背負う義務もあるまい。お前と麻藤さくらは他人なのだから。
Yeah, I suppose that's a good point. We definitely need to leave.
他人だって。
麻藤さくらに同情するなと言って
But
い
yeah,
るのだ。
what exactly does that mean? Is she going to be like reverted? Like mentally?
お前にできることなどない。凛がそうしたように、お前も早々に立ち去るがいい。
Maybe not reverted. Changed.
なんでだよ。何もできないなら、せめてここでさくらの無事を祈っちゃいけないのか。
それは罪だ。お前に麻藤さくらの痛みを共有する資格はない。わからないのか？私はお前がここにいては手術が失敗すると言っているのだ。
Jeez.
今の麻藤さくらにとって笑みや指導は外敵でしかない。
That's brutal, but alright. I can't finish my sentence. His words are heavy, and they are pointing out the crimes I didn't know I had committed.
麻藤さくらはお前に対して罪の意識を持っている。お前がそばにいては目覚めを拒否しかねない。
俺に対して。
そうだ。罪の意識というよりは懺悔だがな。あれは麻藤の後継者として実験台にされ続けてきた。
Yeah, I figured. I really had hoped that I was somehow going to be wrong about that, but I mean, that's pretty clear. I started even holding out hope that the line earlier actually meant literally that he was using Rider too much and it took a toll on Sakura, which actually is very possible, but like I suddenly had that blind hope that maybe it didn't mean anything. I don't know what I was thinking.
マトウ造剣がどのような教育を施したかは想像に難くない。マトウさくらはお前が望むような清らかな乙女ではなく、虫に汚されたアマということだ。
Not surprised. I know this feeling. It's just like when I found out Sakura was a master. I silently accepted the truth when I saw the command spell in her hand.
あの娘はお前にそれを知られまいとしながら常に救いを求めていたはずだ。魔術継承の名を借りた責め苦がどれほど続いたのかは知らん。だが身近にいながらそれに気がつかなかった者に何ができる。
Dang. He's not holding any punches right now.
ここで祈る資格がないとはそういうことだ。それでも的をさくらを思うのなら席を外せ。今のお前にできることはそれだけだ。
I get up. It's not that he's talked me into it. It's just that what he's saying is correct. I shouldn't be here if I really care for Sakura. I shouldn't be allowed to care for Sakura when I can't think at all. I turn my back to the priest and head for the door.
まあ、それと言うまでもないと思うのだが。
I don't have the composure to turn around. I stop, still facing the exit.
先ほどの話だ。的を真司がライダーを行使していた時、犠牲になった女がいたな。お前の起点で助かったが、本来ならばあのまま死んでいた女だ。
Yeah, she would have. I'm pissed. Somehow, I understand why he's bringing this up now.
そうだ。あのトガがどこにあるのか、もはや言うまでもない。サーバントが人を襲った場合、その責任はマスターにある。
さくらが悪いっていうのか、お前は。
まさか。私が言っているのは責任の所在だ。善悪を語っているのではない。事実女はお前のおかげで助かっている。
But I made a wrong decision back then. Ryder would have killed that woman. That means
今後の話だ、エミヤシロ。このまま的をさくらが回復したところで結果は同じだぞ。正気を取り戻したとしてもいずれ同じことが起きる。その時お前はどちらを守るのだ。
Dang. We don't know when Sakura might do the same thing. I have nothing to say to him. I quickly make my way to the exit as if to run away from his words.
エミヤシロ、お前がマスターになった理由を覚えているか？
Of course we do. I grit my teeth and walk on. His words are an ultimatum.
お前は正義の味方になると言った。ならば決断を下しておけ。自身の理想、その信念を守るため、エミやキリツグのように自分を殺すかどうかをな。
That's an impossible choice he's telling us to make. We literally have to cast aside our own desires. Because the truth is, like he said, like he literally said, this is about the future. It'll be the same in the end. Same thing is bound to happen. Who are you going to protect? Right? Are you going to protect Sakura, the one who you care for? Or are you going to follow your ideals and beliefs and become that superhero? He's being tested yet again. In a completely different way than he was in the Unlimited Blade Works. I don't know what his response is going to be. I shut the door. The door to God's house is heavy like the cross. Jeez, man. I smell rain. The plaza is empty and no one is visiting the church. There stands a man, waiting for me without his master. Oh, hi, Archer. I strangely don't wonder why he's here and why he's waiting for me. The Red Knight silently stares at me and closes his eyes once as if to part with something.
分かっているな、エミヤシロ。
About what? There's plenty of things that I could know right
お
now.
前が戦う者、
Yeah.
お前が殺すべき者が誰であるかということを。
We know. He clearly states the question I must answer. His words freeze my heart. I know. I vowed to fight to stop the war, to stop masters who involve innocent people. That was my decision. That's why I asked for Saber's help. I can't go back on my word. Then, Sakura is the master I should be stopping first. I know. I can't say anything. The knight in red remains silent. We stand there staring at each other under the gray sky.
では好きにしろ。私の目的は変わった。あれが出てきた以上、もはや支援で動く時ではない。
He's reaffirming that, I suppose. He's not going to kill us over personal grudges.
これは忠告だ。お前が今までの信念を守るのならそれでいい。だがもし違う道を選ぶというのならエミやシローに未来などない。
それは俺が死ぬってことかよ。
自らを閉ざすことを死というのならばな。そうだろう。お前は今まで人々を生かすためにあり続けてきた。その誓いを曲げ、一人を生かすために人々を切り捨てるなど、
God
どうしてできる？
Yikes, that hits. There will be no future for Emi Ashiro. If he knows, like, if you equate self-imprisonment with death, like he's been there, are you gonna forsake your own ideals to let one person live? You won't be able to live with yourself if you do it. His declaring words contain no scorn. Archer's words contain determination and emptiness.
エミやシローがどの道を選ぶかなど知らん。だが、お前が今までの自分を否定し、たった一人を生かそうというのなら、そのツケは必ずお前自身を裁くだろ
う。Yeah. Jeez. It's just coming in all directions for Shiro right now. Archer leaves. Unable to stop him, I start down the hill, paralyzed by indecision. What is this? Okay, well, it is the part. It looked like it was about to be a cutscene. I was like, huh? You don't do those? Like, when I finally come back to myself, I'm sitting on the bench in the park. I don't feel like going home, and I can't wait at the church. This park is far away from both. It's been a few hours since I found out Sakura is a master. Its location suits an indecisive guy like me. An answer. I have to come up with an answer, but my brain is so messed up that I can't even come up with what I should be thinking about.
あれは魔党の後継者として実験台にされ続けてきた。
God.
魔党造剣がどのような教育を施したかは想像に難くない。
うるさい。
Don't repeat it. I understand. I'm a magus, even if I'm just an amateur. I know what it means, and I can tell what Sakura has been through.
あの娘はお前に知られまいとしながら常に救いを求めていたはずだ。それに気づかなかった男に彼女を思う資格はない。
Jeez, man. He's tearing himself up over this.
うるさい。うるさい。わかってる。お前に言われるまでもなく、そんなこと。
Such a thing. Why couldn't I notice it? One of my back teeth cracks. I grit my teeth too much today. It's a wonder it didn't break until now.
くそ。
I grind on the bare nerves. Pain assails my brain, but I can't even drown out the hatred in my head. God, man. This is just so much. Goodness. Fire ignites inside my head. Now that I know the truth, thinking about our time together drives me crazy. Sakura was smiling. She was always smiling gently. I never knew what kind of pain she went through, and I accepted her as a matter of course. I don't care if her smiles were real or fake. It makes me want to kill him. Just thinking about what kind of pain was hidden behind her smiles. I can't forgive him. I don't need recompensation. I want to eliminate him and remove him from Sakura's life. Because everything is his fault. Sakura would have been able to live as a normal girl, and she would have never had a crestworm in her body if it wasn't for him. She wouldn't have become a master, and Shinji wouldn't have lost himself if Zoken didn't exist. So, if he had never existed, none of this would have happened. I punch the bench. The wound in my hand opens up, and blood drips down onto the white bench. The clear color transfers into my head.
未熟者あいつさえいなければ何かどうだったって言うんだ
I'm disgusted with my own foolishness.
それこそ関係ない話だ他人に責任を押し付けて何を
Why am I trying to make myself feel better? I won't deny what Mato Zoken has done to Sakura. Just thinking about it disgusts me. It makes me jealous, as if something important has been taken away. Whoa, what? Makes you jealous? That's a strange feeling to have. But it doesn't lessen my guilt. I'm the one who didn't notice. No matter what Zoken did, it's my fault for not noticing.
違う気づかなかったんじゃない俺は
I just didn't try to notice. The night when I confronted Zoken, he said Sakura was unrelated, and I believed him. How stupid of me. Why did I believe his words? There's no way she'd be unrelated when she's part of the Mato family. On the night I lost Saber, I realized Mato Zoken is a monster who doesn't care about other people's lives. That monster gave Rider to Shinji. There's no way he'd do nothing to Sakura. But I believed his words because they were convenient for me. I could have easily realized it. It's something I could have guessed with even a little thought. That's why I wasn't surprised. I knew it was obvious when I found out Sakura's a master and that she's been raped until now. And that was a really terrible split there. But I didn't think about it because I couldn't keep going if I realized it. If I realized I'd have to fight. Mato Zoken is evil. The superhero has to fight against him. No, it's clear what I must do. Sakura's going to be Zoken's puppet and use Rider to indiscriminately attack people. It's clear what I must do. That's why I learned magic. I've been able to live because I have to save people from unreasonable disasters. So it's clear. It's just like that Red Knight said.
先輩もし私が悪い人になったら
And she asked us as much. She did. I forgot about that. I don't want to hurt Sakura, and I feel sympathy. But there can be no exceptions. No matter how important it is to me, if it would create a disaster like that time.
はい先輩にならいいです
That should have been the most obvious flag ever. Did I not mention that? Like, did I never notice that that was like a huge flag? Oh, good lord. I really think that was hypothetical. I just need to eliminate it. I shouldn't have to think twice, so why? Why am I desperately trying to keep myself from throwing up? I endure the nausea. How long has it been? I don't have time to be worrying about stupid things. Osaka said she'd be back when the surgery ends. The town smells like rain. I have to go back to the church before it starts raining, find out how Sakura's doing, and...
シロン遊ぼう
Oh, Hi, Ilya. I'm suddenly embraced from behind.
イリア。
I can tell without turning around. The one I meet at this park is always this white girl.
びっくりした。街を歩いてたらシローがいたからつい声かけちゃった。
Ilya laughs cheerfully. Her innocence is painful right now. I know it's selfish of me, but I don't want anyone smiling in front of me right now.
あ、何よシロー無視しちゃって。話しかけてるのにうつむいたままなんて女の子に失礼だよ。
Oh, he's going through a lot right now. I wish he'd be quiet. I don't have the composure to talk with someone right now.
もうシローってば、人の話はちゃんと聞かなくちゃダメなんだからね。
I can't help but feel like he's gonna say something he's gonna regret.
イリア、悪いけど今そんな余裕ないんだ。
Okay.
遊ぶのなら一人で遊んでくれ。
へえ、せっかく会えたのにそれじゃつまんない。あれからシローここに来てくれなかったし、今日を逃したらまた来ないに決まってるもん。
別に毎日って約束したわけじゃない。それにもう夜だぞ。マスターは夜に会ったら殺し合うんじゃないのか。
Not that you're a master anymore. And geez, man, what are you saying? My unkind words bring a renewed wave of nausea. I hate myself so much that I want to punch myself. I'm driving Ilya away so that I can be at ease.
なんで？シローはもうマスターじゃないでしょ。だから今夜は見逃してあげるけど。
マスターじゃないってイリア。
ふふんだ。私に知らないことなんてないんだから。シローはセイバーを失ってリンはライダーにやられかけたのよね。けどライダーのマスターが倒れたから残りはあと2人だけでしょ。
That is correct. Ilya speaks cheerfully. It looks like she knows about Sakura's condition and...
もう勝敗は見えたも同然だもの。ライダーのマスターは自滅するだろうし、アーチャーだって大したことないわ。セイバーがいなくなった以上、私のバーサーカーに勝てるやつなんていなくなったの。
And I wouldn't doubt Archer that much, but it's probably a fair assumption to make that she'd win from here. But obviously they don't know about Gilgamesh. That's a confounding factor. And the shadow.
ね、だから遊ぼう。シローはもうマスターじゃないから、特別に私の城に招待してあげる。
Ilya hugs me without reserve. Seeing her innocent smile makes me so angry that...
うるさい。そんな暇はないって言っただろう。遊びたきゃ一人で遊べ。
Yep, he did it. He said something he is very much going to regret. That very well could drive a huge wedge in their relationship, and almost certainly will, unless she realizes exactly the place this is coming from right now. I push Ilya away in a fit of rage. It's too late to regret what I've done. Ilya's standing there in shock. I can tell without looking how shocking that must have been for her. I have pushed aside an honest, pure show of affection. It's like a parent rejecting a child. I just ruined everything Ilya felt for me. Yep, and that's why she's looking at us just like that. Unable to hold her gaze, I look down.
ごめんね、シロー。
A small hand pats my head. What?
イリア、お前怒らないのか。
怒らないよ。だってシロー泣きそうだよ。何があったかは知らないけど、私まで嫌っちゃったらかわいそうだもん。
I am so happy
だから
about that.
私、シローが何したって、シローの味方をしてあげるの。
I just said that was the only way that we didn't just completely annihilate that relationship, was if she realized exactly where this is coming from. My vision is covered in white. It's just one phrase. And that phrase washes everything away from my head.
俺の味方。
そうよ。好きな子のことを守るのは当たり前でしょ。
Jeez, man.
そんなの 私だって知ってるんだから。
Someone's ally. Ilya easily tells me the motive to be on someone's side. I know what's right and what's wrong. What I've protected until now, and what I want to protect right now. I know which choice is correct and which is wrong. With that in mind, Oh no! No! I have to make the choice! How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? No, I was just content to be along for the ride. Oh no, don't make me make that decision. Oh no. How could they do this to me? I mean, obviously, I know what the right choice is, and I'm probably gonna. Or, I mean, I guess I don't know what's the right choice. What the one of the most moral choices. I do want to protect Sakura, but it's her own wish that if she gets to this state, that I think our words were punish her. I don't think she'd want us to leave her like that, and that's nothing to say of Shiro's wishes, right? Like his dream. So I think we're going to persist on being a superhero. I could frankly see either of these choices potentially being right, depending on how this route is supposed to go. Goodness. Goodness, man. I know the choice, but it's so hard to actually make it. I don't want to do that to Sakura, but that's the reality of the situation. I mean, what else can we do, really? Did I save here already? Yep, we did. Here it is. Part of me just feels like I made, like, a wrong choice, but I don't know, man. Goodness. That was... I mean, it wasn't a simple choice, really. Because, I mean, in theory, we all know what the right choice is, right? But the characters in this VN are written so excellently that I don't want Shiro to have to do that to Sakura. Even if it's, like, objectively, pretty much objectively, the right thing to do. It's just terrible. Terrible. Goodness. But we've made our choice. And like I said earlier, I don't want to go back on my choices once I've made them. So, here we are. I know what's right. The thing that keeps me alive. I can't turn my back on the thing that has kept me alive.
ごめんな、イリア。俺はそんな当たり前のことを守れない。
What? I turn my mind into steel. That's it. The gastric juice coming up my throat, the pain in my stomach, and the tears in my eyes. Everything stops. I can't let my conviction waver. What? What does this have to do with Ilya? Oh. She... Okay, that's us disagreeing with the fact that, yeah, that's the one we love, right? But we can't do that. I can't let my conviction waver. For the sake of everyone who could not be saved, I I can't let any more people share in their fate.
そう結局シローは切り継ぐと同じ方法を取るんだ。顔も知らない誰かのために一番大事な人を切り捨てるのね。
I suppose we are. Does that make us an enemy in her eyes? She did say she'd be our ally no matter what we chose, but... The man who turned away from the Einsburns for something he believed was right. I've chosen the same path. Ilya has been betrayed twice now. Not choosing Sakura also means not choosing Ilya. How? How? Wait. Am I just misunderstanding something here? How does that mean not choosing Ilya?
そうだ。俺とキリツグは同じだ。恨むのなら、イリアは俺を恨んでいい。
My mind is turned into hard steel. Getting scorned or cursed is not heavy for me at all. The silver-haired girl doesn't say anything. I've denied her wish, so now would be the time to take her revenge on Kiritsugu. But
かわいそうなシロー、そんな泣きそうな顔のままこれからずっと自分を騙して生きていくのね。
Ellie tells me goodbye with a fading smile. Oh my goodness. God. It starts to rain. There's no one in the park. It should be over at the church by now. Goodness. I open the door. Osaka's already here, standing in the corner of the chapel. She's not sitting down, but standing there. I can see her determination. She has the cold face of a magus, saying Sakura will be her enemy if the crest worm isn't removed. Osaka doesn't look at me. I have nothing to say to her either. The sound of rain echoes inside the chapel. How long was it?
手術は終わった。これ以上私にできることはない。
Breaking the deep silence, Kodamine Kirei appears.
それで綺麗。さくらは？
手は尽くした。私に言えるのはそれだけだ。
I have a feeling that's just not enough then. The result is as expected. There's never a chance that Sakura can be saved.
的尾さくらは眠っている。目覚めるのは明日の朝だろう。東坂の後継者として。お前は何をする、リン？
言うまでもないでしょう。下道に落ちた魔術師を排斥するのが管理者の役目よ。それが身内だっていうのならなおさらだわ。
Are we just gonna let that... I mean, I guess we're just gonna let her do it. Back at the chapel. Osaka walks on, probably heading to the room Sakura's sleeping in.
止めないの？エミヤ君。
Osaka turns back to me at the door. I reply with silence.
ならいいのね。私がさくらを殺しても。
意見はない。ただ、変わっていいのなら変わる。
Oh, jeez. How to make it even harder on us.
これは私の役目よ。あなたには譲ってあげられない。
If we had to do that too, oh my god. Talk about making me try to regret my decision. Osaka opens the door and disappears inside.
驚いたな。お前は止めるものだと思ったが。覚悟を決めたというところか。これで今回の聖杯戦争は元に戻る。いささか拍子抜けだが、これはこれで楽しみな結末だよ。
That boy was here for the chaos.
楽しみって何が面白いんだ、あんたは。誰が勝ち残るか予想でも立ててるのか。
And at this point, it's almost certainly Ilya, right? Unless something goes
予想？
crazy. Yeah.
そんなものは立てるまでもない。
Unless he means Gilgamesh.
勝つのは
What?
お前だ。
How?
的尾さくらを切り捨てた以上、お前はあらゆる手段を尽くして、的尾造剣を殺し、
Oh god.
イリアスフィールを殺し、リンを殺す。
Man, I just
その
chose
結末が楽しみだと言ったのだ。
I just chose the menace route, didn't I? Oh god. Did I just choose the kill everyone route? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. We're not going back on it suddenly, but I thought this was the I mean, I guess I don't know what else should I have expected? really. 'Cause I was gonna say, I thought this was the, like, defeat Sakura and then kill Zoken and then, I don't know, like, defeat Gilgamesh, I guess, route is maybe what I was thinking, but... I guess I should have seen this coming.
なんで俺は遠坂とは戦わない。あいつが聖杯を得るんなら止める理由はない。
いや戦う。いずれ聖杯の正体を知ったお前は凛とも戦わざるを得なくなる。凛とて的を桜を手にかけた以上、聖杯を手に入れなければ崩壊する。あれは自らの信念のために勝者足らんとし、お前は自らの理想のために聖杯を破壊する。もはやお前たちは相入れぬ存在だ。今回の聖杯戦争のオーラスは、お前たちが担うだろ
う。The priest leaves the chapel as well. The room Sakura and Tosaka are in. He knows what happened there is already over.
俺が最後まで残るっていうのか、あんたは。
He's confident.
無論だ。今のお前はエミやキリツグだ。それが勝てないはずがない。
Yeah, we pretty much turned into Kiritsugu, actually. Man. Maybe I made the wrong choice, but I guess we're going through with it. The priest has left. The only one in the chapel is Emiyashiro, with the mind of steel. The priest's words are true. I will continue fighting, defeat Zoken, Ilya, and Tosaka, and destroy the Holy Grail. That is the end of this war. That is the responsibility I took when I swore to be a superhero. It is the first price I have to pay to become my ideal. Boy, there's no need to talk about the obvious outcome. Emiyashiro will turn his mind to steel and become a superhero. Bad end. Yep. Yikes. That's unlucky. I can't say I'm that surprised, though. Honestly. Yikes. I did not expect that. I guess I should have. I should have known better, man. I should have known better. Would Shiro have really forsaken Sakura like that? I don't think so. I don't think he would have. So I guess we're gonna protect Sakura. Sure, I'll regret it if I lie to myself and keep going. Where the responsibility lies, existence of good and evil. Losing Sakura will weigh more heavily on me than either of those things. I don't even need to think about it. I just want to protect Sakura, that's all.
ああ、好きな女の子を守るのは当たり前だ。そんなの俺だって知っていた。
でしょ？シロがそういう子だから、私もシロの味方なの。
And because we're not Kiritsugu 2.0. Ilya smiles delightedly. Her innocence encourages me. I don't know if this is the right choice or not. It is. I got the bad end on the other one. I can confirm it is. But I do know I won't regret it.
ごめん、イリア。俺、そろそろ行かないと。
そうだね。そういう顔してるから許してあげる。また今度会おうね、シロ。
ああ、またな、イリア。それと、ありがとう。
Wow. Can we talk about that, like, that change, though? The fact that Ilya went from wanting to kill us, right, for her own vengeance, to deciding we're not Kiritsugu, right? We're not that same person. And talking us into saving Sakura, frankly. I mean, that's a moment. That's a moment. And it's because she knows we're not Kiritsugu. And the right choice is to not make her be wrong about that. I leave the park. I start running to the church as if to shake off my doubts. My answer's determined. I don't know how much Sakura supported me after my father died. I tried to see her as just another fellow student. I kept on deceiving myself because I wanted her to stay by my side. But such deception will no longer work. Emiyashiro does not want to lose Mato Sakura. That's all. If I can't think things through, I'll just have to trust in the only definite feeling I have. But within my determination...
お前がたった一人を生かそうというのなら
I can't shake off her Archer's premonitory words. Yeah. Rain starts. The winter rain mercilessly shoots down at me as I run. Yeah, sorry. Not happening this time. Hello. Dragging sounds. These sounds are familiar. They're the sounds of crawling worms. This place is familiar as well. The dark, damp, secret room. An underground mausoleum. This green room is the first room given to her after she was adopted by the Mato family. A lone figure stands in the center of the room. It may not be human, but its appearance is that of a human. This figure called for her, commanding her to fight in Mato Shinji's place. She was prepared for this. At the very least, she accepted the possibility up until 2 days ago. When our determination is gone, once she discovered that Emiyashiro was a master, her will to fight left her. She visited the Emiya household to keep watch over him, but Emiyashiro did not have the aptitude to become a master, and he had no knowledge of the Holy Grail War. That fact became clear at once, thus there was never a reason to keep watch over him. She stayed as his underclassman, using the role of keeping watch over him as an excuse. Oh my god. That why she was sent? Oh goodness. She had an optimistic view that there would be no need to fight him. Although she knew her true identity may be revealed at some point, she never dreamed that they would end up fighting one another. So, how did it come to this?
おじいさま、マスターは全員殺さなければいけないのですか?
She knows what the old man's reply is going to be. She knows, but she can only ask. But
そうさな。お主がどうしてもというのなら、一人や二人は慰み者にしてもよいぞ。サーバントさえ奪えればよいのだ。残ったマスターはおもちゃにするなり人形にするなり好きにするがよい。
the old man's answer is not what she expected.
わからぬか。マスターをすべて殺す必要はないと言ったのだ。生かしておいて危険な輩は処分する。が、残したところで支障のない輩ならば見逃してやってもよい。
That's surprising coming from him.
可愛い孫の頼みじゃからな。我らが悲願といえど、多少の融通は聞かせよ。
Hearing his word, she lowers her guard a bit. The old man becomes strangely kind sometimes. When teaching her the family's magic, he is an inhuman monster, as cruel as a beast. But sometimes, when they are talking, he becomes just a good-natured old man. But she cannot be deceived. She does not know if this is a whim or a calculated act of kindness. Moreover, she knows she will end up fighting him if she agrees. Even if she does not have to kill him, just having to fight him is bad enough.
なんじゃ、それでも不満か。まったく困った娘よな。そのように臆病だから手に入るものも手に入らんのだ。なあ、さくらよ。お主いつまで監視役などにとどまっておるのだ。欲しいものがあるのなら奪えばよい。お前にはその力も権利もあろうに。
She does not answer. First of all, there is nothing she wants. She admires him, but she would never expect him to accept her. Yeah, wrong about that, but she's impure. She's not suited for him. So someone more appropriate should stand next to him. All she wanted was to be by his side until that time came. It'll all be ruined if she wishes for anything more. Not only her, he too will come to a bad end.
おじいさま、私は戦いません。ライダーはこのまま兄さんに譲ります。
She speaks with a trembling voice, prepared for re-education. She knows what awaits her for disobeying him. Fear of being thrown to the worms, of losing one's sensation, something one can never get used to. The longest she was able to keep her sanity was 2 hours. Oh my god. She almost goes crazy, thinking that she will have to endure many times that, no, at worst until the Holy Grail War ends. Oh goodness. body trembles. Fear of punishment makes her want to scream. But it's not the pain that she fears. All she fears is that when the pain becomes unbearable, she will do as he commands.
では仕方あるまい。無理強いをし大事な後継者を失うわけにはいかんからな。今回も傍観に徹するとしようかの。
She gasps. She does not know how serious he is, but he has accepted her excuse. The trembling goes away, replaced by a warm sense of relief. But into that defenseless mind,
しかしそうなると少しばかり尺だの。今回のよりしろの中ではキャスの娘はなかなかに上級じゃ。気が味方すればもしやということもあり得るか。
enters the old man's disappointed voice.
姉さん
Evil enters at that time. She knows it intuitively. Nissan will certainly win. She's that kind of a person. She obtains everything she wants and passes through as if it's natural. Nissan will take everything she wants without even a glance towards her, the one standing in place. Then, Nissan will win. Her body turns cold as ice. She doesn't care about that. She's used to it. She's used to it. She's used to it. She's used to such treatment. Nissan will take it all. Nissan is going to eliminate everything. The pain she went through, the bright future ahead of her, and the only person she can rely on. The ground wavers beneath her. The words make her dizzy, nauseous. Yeah. Her chest is hurting. Something unpleasant assails her, as if a needle is in her chest. It has started raining. The chilly winter rain mercilessly beats against the gutters. She slowly opens her eyes. It seems she was dreaming about what happened a few days ago. She's sleeping on an operating table in a room made of stone. In front of her is a black priest she has never seen before.
気がついたか。状況の説明はいるかね、的尾さくら。
いいえ自分の体です。ちゃんと分かっています。
Excuse me. She answers simply. She does not focus on him, but on the sound of the rain against the walls.
結構。では早く着替えたまえ。隣では遠坂凛と恵宮四郎が待っている。彼らには君の状態を説明しなければならない。
私を逃がしてくれるんですか？
It's not really his spot to, like, kill you here or anything.
逃げる逃げないは君の自由だ。私は助けただけだからな。まあ、助けた手前死なれては骨折り損ではある。君には最後まで残っていてほしいとは思うが、
それは
その方が楽しい。君が生きることになれば、遠坂凛も恵宮四郎も苦しむだろう。
Goodness.
苦悩する者が増えるのは、
I mean, I suppose.
私にとっては喜ばしい。
Priest turns his back after he answers. The priest will go to the chapel now. He does not look back at her, hugging her knees on the operating table.
さて、彼らが的尾さくらを生かすか殺すか、その選択に興味があるのなら、ここで待っているがいい。うちはこう見えて安武神でな。なぜかここだけは、礼拝堂での会話が筒抜けになる作りになっている。
So she just heard the fact that we completely decided in the other route. The fact that we had decided to not protect her. Yikes. He smiles and leaves.
私どうしたら
She embraces her knees. The quiet weeping is drowned out by the sound of rain. Jeez. And now this time we're going to protect her. Which is the right choice, not to go on absolute menace Kiritsugu mode. I open the door. Tosaka's already here, standing in the corner of the chapel. She's not sitting down, but standing there, and I can see her determination. She has the cold face of a magus, saying Sakura will be her enemy if the crest worm isn't removed. Tosaka doesn't look at me, and I have nothing to say to her either. The sound of rain echoes inside the chapel. How long has it been?
手術は終わった。これ以上私にできることはない。
Breaking the deep silence, Kotomine Kirei appears.
綺麗。あんた魔術刻印どうしたの？
What?
やはりわかるか。見ての通り、麻藤さくらの治療に全て使った。
He did that much?
使ったってあんた。
Tosaka is astonished. I don't get it. All I can tell is that something happened to Kodamine's magic crest, and Tosaka's surprised about it.
わかってるの？魔術刻印よ、魔術刻印。代々重ねてきたものがなんでたった数時間でなくなるっていうのよ。
仕方あるまい。私が父から受け継いだ刻印は、お前のように高級的なものではない。使えば使うだけ失われる消費型だ。うちはもともと魔術師の家系ではないからな。ま、格の落ちる霊樹と思えばいいだろ
じゃあ本当に？
う。ああ、刻印は全て治療に使った。何しろ11年にわたる生みの摘出だからな。
I suppose it's not that
残った刻
surprising.
印を根こそぎ持っていかれたのも、そう意外ではないだろ
The problem comes from the fact that it still wasn't enough. We both gasp. The priest is saying he used all of his magic crest to treat Sakura. Tosaka's expression tells me how valuable the compensation was. Kodamine threw away all of his fortune for Sakura.
琴峰。
う。なんだ。まさか迷惑だったなどと言うまいな。助けろと言ったのはお前たちだ。
いや、迷惑なんてことはない。ありがと
礼は言うな。どの道、後になって撤回するのだ。
Yeah, when I explained that it didn't do
う。
anything.
後になって撤回する？
Does that mean
でさくらはあんたがそこまでしたってことは。
still not enough?
一命は取り留めたがその場しのぎに過ぎん。大部分の刻印中は取り除けたが、深く蝕んでいるものの摘出は不可能だ。あそこまで神経に食い込んでしまっては
Yeah,
取り除きようがない。
yeah, that'll do it.
心臓を引き抜けば全ての刻印中を摘出できるが、
Maybe not the
それ
wisest
では
move.
麻藤さくら本人も死んでしまう。
Yeah, seems a little counterintuitive.
私にできたことは、神経と同化していない刻印中を取り除き、痛みを和らげ、臓剣からの圧力を弱めてやることだけだった。今夜死ぬべき定めのものを気まぐれで延命させたに過ぎん。それも
それじゃあさくらは。
何も変わっていないということだ。
Yeah.
実生活には何の支障もないが、麻藤臓剣の出方次第でたやすく暴走する。あの老人の思惑一つで本人の意志に反して戦いを強制させられるだろう。要は導火線に火がついたままの爆弾ということだな。
The bomb that we've decided to protect. I'd be lying if I said I'm not agitated. I'm not surprised or puzzled. I've made my decision already. I chose to be on Sakura's side, no matter what happens, no matter what state she's in.
そう。それじゃああとは一つだけね。刻印を使い切ってくれた綺麗には悪いけど。
Tosaka starts to walk. I instantly understand what she's going to do.
待て、父さんが。
I grab Tosaka's hand and stop her.
何？話なら後にして。
何言ってやがる。お前、さくらを殺すつもりか。
つもりも何もそれしかないでしょ。あなただってそれを覚悟してここに来たんじゃないの？エミヤ君。
No, we sure didn't.
そんな覚悟はしていない。俺はさくらのために戻ってきた。
Yeah, it's not exactly the wisest move, but I suppose Shiro wouldn't be able to give Sakura up at this point.
そう。エミヤ君の言い分は分かったわ。あなたは他の人間よりさくら一人を守るっていうのね。
それが間違いだなんて言わせない。お前がさくらを手にかけるって言うんならここで止める。
私を止める？まさか
Ooh.
止めるも何もあなたは一歩だって動けないわ。どんなにさくらを守りたくても私の方針には逆らえないのよ。
I don't really detect any cap there. Osaka's voice contains no emotion, and try to react and realize that I can't even move a finger.
まさかお前
Yikes. I thought she meant our injuries.
間違いなんて言わせないと言ったわね。けどあなたは間違えた。自分の道を進みたいのなら私に決定権を委ねるべきじゃなかった。
Dude, I knew that would come back to bite me. God! My heart beats loudly. No, it's not my heart, but the bind made right beside my heart.
別に私としては理想的な答えだったわ。少し物足りないけどあなたがそう言うのならそうするだけ。
Well, that is twice in this episode alone
強制の
that I've horrifically messed up.
ええ、悪ふざけのつもりだったけどまさかこんな形で役に立つとは思わなかった。絶対あなたはあの時私と約束ではなく契約をしてしまった。その時点であなたは協力者ではなく従者になることを選んだのよ。
That's fair. That's fair.
さくらを殺してくるわ、エミヤ君。けど思い違いはしないで。たとえあなたがギアスを受けていなくても私は止められなかった。
I guess we'll see about that soon.
これは私の責務よ。あなたには何の非もないわ。
まさか
I can't even tell her to wait. Osaka leaves. Yeah. In the moment, I knew that was the wrong choice. I'm not surprised it came back to bite me, like at all, in any way whatsoever. Still can't move.
ふざけんな
I'm not surprised. I just hope I don't have to go through a bunch of stuff again to get here. I struggle with all my might. I have to free myself quickly, fight the binding, hoping that it's not too late. And suddenly, I'm free once again. My feet won't move to follow her. Though I've been freed, I'm still frozen in place. And then I understand. My body stopped moving when I defied Tosaka. Then, have I been freed because there's no longer a need to hold me here?
さくら
Yeah, she's dead. My legs give way. Without a place to go, my mind breaks. Whoops. My vision loses light and stains the church black. And Miyashiro is in weightlessness. I threw away my previous ideal to protect Sakura. It's a new path that I can't yield to anyone. I've already lost the person on whom I depended. The fight will continue. The Holy Grail will continue, and I will end the war along with Tosaka, the one who killed Sakura. That is no longer my concern. And Miyashiro's position has been eternally lost. From now on, I must continue onward with neither a guide nor a goal. Whoops. You hate to see it. Yeah, I get it. God, 2 catastrophic mistakes in 1 episode. Unlucky. Ugh, man, I really hope that I don't lose like a ridiculous amount of progress because of that. Yeah. You see, I immediately liked that one more, but like I'd already gotten that far, so I wasn't gonna change it, you know?
それじゃあ学校が終わったら正門で待ち合わせね。今日からしばらくエミヤ君には私の家で部活動をしてもらうから。
部活動って遠坂の家で
そう。まあエミヤ君がしろ。
いやそれは構わないし
当たり前よ。帰りはかなり遅く。
いやその通りだけど
だって前にエミヤ君の手当てをした時家に誰もいなかったからそうだろうなって。
I think that's the difference here.
ともかくそういうことだからエミヤ君は正門で待ってればいいの。
Tosaka waves goodbye and runs off. It's Friday today. Classes run to 6th period and I've read all this.
言ったなさくらには早く帰るって言ったけどさすがに初日からキャンセルするわけにはいかないか。
And please just let me skip. Yep, alright. Oh goodness, what's different here? Saka's analysis ends rather quickly. She lit an incense. I'm just gonna go through until we see something different.
該当なし。これ以上
あ
失礼ね。エミヤ君が5大元素に関わってあとはエミヤ君が使える魔術を見せてもらってそこから推測するだけよ。死肉みたいなものだから気にしないで。よっぽど強い魔力でくくっても1日で復元しちゃう材質だから。
What's different here? Something's gotta be different.
遠坂その
おこ
おい遠坂
いいわ。とにかく根本から直さないとだ。
残ってるよ。だって壊さない限り残るだろう普通。
実際に体内に
一晩ね。
何よその顔。
いや荒領事が嫌だって話じゃなくてだな。
I mean, I guess I technically have the choice, but I think we know what the right one is, so... I'm worried about Sakura. I feel bad, but I should clearly tell her.
遠坂それうちでやっなあさくらが風邪で寝込んでるんで。
そういえばそうだった。
She's astonished. It's only natural. Anyone would get mad if someone asked to cooperate, but told them today is a bad day to train.
バカ、もっと早く言ってくれたらここまで引き止めなかったのに。
Yeah. Alright, then we're back to normal.
行くわよ。うちでやることは済ませたし、あとそれとあなたの本文どこでどう間違えて何をどう勘違いしているかは知らないけど、あなたは本来作る側に属する魔術師なんだから。
Oops. Alright, please let me skip. Yep. Yep. We're out of here. Just gonna make the same choice for now. We already know how that ends.
そんな覚悟はしていない。
There we go.
俺はさくらのために戻ってきた。お前がさくらを手にかけるって言うんならここで止める。
じゃああんたはどうするつもり？いい？さくらはマスターとして戦わないと生きていけない。マスターである限りよそから魔力を取らないとやっていけない体じゃない。そんなのどんなに手を尽くしても結果は見えてるって思わない？ならここで殺してあげた方がさくらのためよ。
Most likely it is, frankly. That's what concerns me.
思うかバカ。まだしてもいないことに何勝手に結論出してんだよお前は。
出すわよ。さくらの問題がさくらだけならまだ希望だってあるわ。けどそうじゃないでしょ。さくらの命を握ってるのはあくまであのクソジジイで、造形がいる限りさくらは操り人形よ。あのジジイがさくらを手放すなんてあると思うの？
No, so I guess we have to force him. But I mean, that's not as easy as it sounds. Then we have to actually find him.
それ
ほら、分かってるじゃない。造形は決してさくらを楽にはしない。ならこのまま苦しんでそれでも結局逃げられないって言うならここで終わらせた方が犠牲が出ない。私はあなたみたいに一縷の希望にすがって被害を広げることはできない。そんな決断を先延ばしにする弱さが逆にあの子を苦しめるのよ。
Dang. Tosaka's right. It's not that death itself is salvation, but if our goal is to save people, her solution is the best. Any other idea would just be a selfish mistake. 10 people will die if we don't do anything. But if we can save 9 by sacrificing 1, then... That's... reality I've always tried to deny, but have known deep within my heart to be true.
違う。お前は間違ってる。
エミヤ君。
俺は犠牲なんて出させない。
Oh, he's just gonna go the there's no victims route.
お前の方こそやりもしないうちに結論を出す遠坂こそ弱いんじゃないのか。
ふざけないで。それがどんなことか分かってるかって言ってるの。さくらを助ける？それってどういうことよ。あの子を助けてあの子に殺される連中も助けるってこと？笑わせないでよね。そんなのあなた一人にできるわけないじゃない。
ああ、できない。けどさくらを守る。その結果がどうなるかはこれから考える。
そうならあなたは私の敵よ。
I suppose we are.
手を離して。 さもないと根元から吹っ飛ばされて外まで転がり出ることになるわよ。
Yikes, boy, Shiro, if you're defying her like this, you better have some plan of action to actually
や
deal
っ
with
てみ
her.
ろ。けどな、登坂。そう。何でもかんでも思い通りになると思うなよ。
Our hands tighten on each other. Mine is from tension. Tosaka says, well, I want to believe hers is because of tension too. It's give and take, but we can't back down because we both have things we believe in, and
なんだ。
何？
outside the chapel, we hear the sound from the next room and exchange looks. She just broke the window and dipped.
ヘミヤ君、今の聞いた？
窓の割れる音だ。それに、その後のは。
走っていく足音だったな。確かに出口はこの礼拝堂と裏口だけだが、窓を割って外に出るとは何事か。
Man, she's desperate.
いや、そうか。この教会の窓ははめ殺しが多い。仕方なく窓ガラスを割ったのだろうが、病み上がりにしては少々乱暴だな。
Yeah, I guess so.
病み上がりって、まさかさくら？
それ以外誰がいる？彼女を寝かせていた部屋は、なぜかここでの会話が筒抜けでな。お前が彼女を殺すだの物騒なことを言うから逃げ出したのだろう。
In all fairness, who wouldn't?
許せ。構造的欠陥というやつだ。
You evil bastard. Did not tell us that.
嘘つけこのインチキ神父。それ絶対わざとでしょう。
Tosaka shakes off my hand and starts running. She runs not to the room, but to the door leading outside. Yeah, I guess we're gonna try to catch her.
話は後。今はさくらを捕まえる方が先。あの子ってば、あんな体でどこに行こうってんだか。
Yeah. Whether it's to find her and kill her or contain her, somebody has to find her. She quickly opens the door and runs outside. Tosaka goes into the rain without an umbrella. Man, I don't think she's worried about the rain right now. I don't have any time to lose either. I don't know where Sakura went, but she can't be left by herself now.
待て。マトさくらを探しに行くのはいいが、その前に伝え忘れたことがある。
And that is?
なんだよ。長話はごめんだぞ。
Yeah, for real.
今はそんな場合じゃない。
Unless this is there actually is a way to deal with it, and I just didn't tell you because I wanted to see if you were going to be like Kiritsugu or not. Then I don't want to hear it.
まあ、そう言うな。大事な話だ。伝えておかなければ私も困る。リンは聞かずに言ってしまったからな。
Yeah, you do. Whoops.
それは、さくらのことか。
そうだ。結論から言えば、マトさくらは長くない。刻印中はこうしている今も、あの娘の体を犯している。引き抜くことは簡単だが、その衝撃にあの娘の体が耐えられない。神経の4割を生きたまま引き抜くのだ。痛みでショック死する以前に、人間として死亡する。だが、放っておいても同じことだ。あれの理性は欠乏する魔力に削られていき、次期魔頭さくらという自我をなくす。そうなってしまえば、あれはただの暴走したマスターだ。
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I just realized the decision I made earlier was basically us turning into Archer, huh? Or, well, it's like turning into Kiritsugu, who Archer basically is in a lot of ways. Right? I should have known that wasn't the right choice, honestly. When I put it like that, that's just something I just now thought of. Right, because I was thinking back to the, I mean, you know, I saw Rampaging Master, and I was thinking back to, you know, defeat 1 to save the 9, right? And I was like, wait, that was never Shiro's mentality, you know? That was never Shiro's mentality. Shiro's mentality was always save everyone. That was the source of the conflict in Unlimited Blade Works, right? A big part of his conflict with Archer, at least, was because Archer, at that point, had believed in defeating the One to save the many. Right, and quickly defeating the One. I should have known that wasn't the right choice in retrospect.
サーバントの維持のため、何人もの人間を犠牲とし、それでも最後には耐えきれずに自滅する。つまり、 お前がどのような手を尽くしたところで、あの女は助けられん。
Yeah, it's not looking very good. But I'm sure we'll find something. Or try to find something. I feel dizzy as I'm looking into a strobe lamp.
壊れたものは治らず、失ったものは決して戻ってこない。あの娘を助けたかったのなら、それは11年前に行うべきことだった。
Yeah?
それでも手を差し伸べるというのか。エミやシロ、何をしようと、数日後には死ぬ女だ。そのようなものを助けることに何の意味がある。
Can't breathe. I can barely stand under the impact of his words.
そんなもの俺にはわからない。けどお前はさくらを助けてくれた。
さて、私が治療したのは責務からだ。助けを求めて訪れた者を無下にすることはできないからな。
嘘つけ。責務だけで魔術刻印を使い切るもんか。理由はわからないが、お前はさくらを助けたかった。死なせたくなかったんだ。そんなの俺だって同じだ。
I glare at the priest. He must understand, because he nods slightly.
そうだな。ならば急げ。リンが先に見つければ、間違いなく的を桜を手にかける。その前に、あの迷い子に屋根を与えてやるがいい。
It would have helped if, I guess, you hadn't used up all this time. We kind of gave Tosaka a head start, huh? He doesn't need to tell me. Turning my back to him, I follow Tosaka into the rain. My breath is white. Good lord, man, I've been recording for a minute, but I'm not going to stop here. Under the cold winter rain, my breath seems to freeze and blow back against my face.
Sakura.
There's no one on the road. The street lamps light up the night in vain, and I run without aim. I'm going to find Sakura. It's not just the premonition that something terrible is going to happen if I don't find her quickly. I just want to hold her hand right now and feel her warmth. I run blindly. I don't know where she went. Sakura no longer has any place to go. There's no place for her at my house, nor at the Mato household. She has to be wandering in the night.
そう遠くには行ってないはずだ。雨のしのげる場所で人気のないところと言ったら。
It's a wild guess, but the only thing I can do right now is to check every one of the possibilities. I love this song so much. Such a good song. I crossed the bridge. Sakura wasn't around the Shinto station, and I didn't hear anything about a girl like Sakura being there. Even though it's night, it's not so late that places will be deserted. There weren't many, but I saw a few people walking about. But if none of them saw Sakura, maybe she avoided Shinto and went back to Miyama City. She's probably still in her school uniform, so she would stand out in this rain. If she wanted to avoid attention, she would head to Miyama City, and that's what I'm thinking as I run through the rain when
Sakura.
I come to a stop. Under the bridge, Sakura standing alone on the dark, desolate brick road. I go down to the park. Does she notice me? Sakura's looking down while exposing her body to the rain. Can't think of anything to say to her. All I can do is take her home.
Sakura.
I call out to her as I approach. And Sakura refuses with desperateness I've never seen before. I stop. Sakura's still looking down, tightly clutching her skirt in her hands. She looks like a criminal mortified by her actions. It's heartbreaking. Can't go any closer. I feel that I shouldn't until she raises her head.
Sakura.
帰ってください。今近づかれると私何をするかわからない。
Her voice is shaking. She's trembling because of the cold rain and her feelings of guilt. Can't erase them from her. All I can do is...
帰ろう、Sakura。お前、風邪治りきってないだろ。
extend my hands.
先輩。
Sakura's wet hair sways. Sakura bites her lips.
帰れません。今さらどこに帰れって言うんですか。
Her voice is heavy with self-loathing.
Sakura。
いいんです先輩。私 私なんかに無理に構う必要はありません。
It's not forcing.
だってもう知っているんでしょ。私が何なのか、私の体がどうなっているのか全部聞いたんでしょ。
All over.
ならもうこれで
Her white breath tells me the end of her sentence.
バカ言うな。俺が聞いたことなんてどうでもいいことだ。俺が知ってるさくらは今まで一緒にいたさくらだけだ。それがどうしてこんなことで終わったりするんだよ。
だって終わっちゃいます。先輩、私先輩が思ってるような女の子じゃないんですよ。もらわれた先で小さい頃からよくわからないものに触られてきました。
I don't think that matters to Shiro, man. God. Sakura's nails dig into her elbow. It's a masochistic action, as if punishing the dirty stains on her body.
それだけじゃないです。私は魔導の魔術師で先輩にそのことをずっと隠してました。マスターになった時も黙っていて、先輩がセイバーさんを連れてきた時も知らん顔して騙してたんです。ほら、だってその方が都合が良くて先輩に怒られないじゃないですか。
Jeez, man. I'm in a heart-to-heart in the rain.
さくら。
でも本当バカですよね。そんなのでごまかせるはずないのに、それでも騙し通せるって思ってたんですよ。自分の体におじいさまの虫が住んでいても大丈夫だ、自分を確かに持っていれば負けないって思い込んであっさり負けちゃいました。あの時かけられたの毒でも何でもない暗示のようなものだったんですよ。私はそんなのをかけられただけで自分がわからなくなって、登坂先輩は正しい、私は臆病で泣き虫で卑怯者です。こうなるって分かってたのに、おじいさまに逆らうことも自分で終わらせることもできなかった。
Jesus, man. This is so hard to see.
痛いのが嫌で怖いのも嫌で、みんなより自分が大切すぎて死ぬ勇気も持てなかった。
This is horrible. She's crying. Sakura's crying. She's crying and doesn't know what to do. It just makes her cry even harder. Feeling her pain, I regret what I've done. I've never seen her cry before. The reason behind those tears. Why didn't I realize sooner that she can only cry when condemning herself?
泣くな、さくら。
だから全部私が悪いんです。私はおじいさまの操り人形で、いつさっきみたいに取り乱すかわからなくて、いつかきっと取り返しのつかないことをします。そんな私がどこに帰れるって言うんです、先輩。
Sakura corners herself. Nobody is condemning her. That's why she has to do so herself. She has to say she's the evil one. She has to condemn herself and punish herself.
だから泣くな。
Sakura once said it. That she's a coward who needs someone to lead her by force. I finally understand what she meant. Someone I want to protect. Someone important to me. Someone I never thought I would lose. But I don't want her to cry anymore. I have to take her hand and lead her to a place in the sun. So I should now...
ごめんなさい先輩。私ずっと先輩を騙してたんです。けどいつも思ってました。私は先輩のそばにいていい人間じゃない。だからこんなのは強化着にして明日からは知らない人のふりをしようって。
It's really hard to see her like in this state of mind. To just keep condemning herself and... God.
廊下で出会ってもすれ違うだけで放課後も他人みたいに白いふりして、夜もちゃんと一人で家に帰って今までのことは忘れようって。
Oh. If she'd done that, I would have gone crazy. I'm sorry I didn't realize that.
でもできなかった。そう思っただけで体が震えてすごく怖かった。怖くて死のうって決めた時より怖くて先輩の家に行くのをやめられなかった。先輩を騙すのもそれをやめてしまうのも怖くて周りはみんな怖いことだらけで一歩も動けなくなってどうしていいかわからなかった。
I don't even know what to say, man. But I believe this is for the best. Sakura says I should never have learned about this. If that were the case, she would have just kept on crying.
バカですよね。こんなこといつか絶対分かっちゃうのに。分かっちゃった時はもう遅くて私は二度とあの家には入れない。だからそうなる前に私から離れた方がいいって毎晩思ってた。その方が先輩のためで私もきっとこれ以上悲しくなくなるって、これ以上泣かなくていいって分かっていた。
God. I can't let her cry anymore. Sakura has to blame herself because nobody will blame her.
でもそれでも隠していたかった。先輩との時間をこれからも守っていたかった。私にとってはそれだけが意味のあることだったのに、どうして。
Trying to find something to say, but I just don't have anything. This is just... Even if nobody would forgive her, I would keep forgiving her in her place. Jeez. I embrace her cold body. My arms are terribly unreliable. I can't hold her tightly, nor can I pull her close. I can't save Sakura. I want her to be with me, and I can only stay by her side. Awkwardly, I wrap my arms around her. Even if this is all I can do right now, my determination is definite and firm.
先輩、私
もう泣くな。さくらが悪いやつだってことはよくわかったから。
I get why he's saying that, but that's horribly jarring. She gasps. Sakura's confused, torn between guilt and regret. To deny those feelings, I tell her what I truly feel.
だから俺が守る。どんなことになっても、さくら自身がさくらを殺そうとしても、俺がさくらを守るよ。 約束する。俺はさくらだけの正義の味方になる。
I hold her a bit tighter, even if it's just a touch. I do so to tell her that my oath is more firm than anything. How much effect did it have? The stubbornness flows out of Sakura, and her shoulders relax. No matter what she says, Sakura is still the same. Her sensation and her warmth are the same. Our breaths are white, and the pouring rain has turned to a drizzle. In the freezing night,
です先輩。それじゃきっと先輩を傷つける。
he's on this road, he's got to be okay with that. Her words sound like a confession. The rain is stopping. The night is cold as midwinter. Sakura doesn't try to free herself from my arms. And
先輩を傷つけるのに。
I want to stay like this. A tear trickles down her cheek as she says it. And with that, the choice is made. Something decisive has ended. I don't know if this is love or not, but a premonition lingers in the back of my mind, telling me that the end of this love will not be compensation. Let's just get to the end of the night. The rain is completely stopped by the time we return to my house. Been holding hands ever since we left the park. Calmed down as we walked. By the time we got to the hill, we were actually embarrassed. But in the end, we didn't let go even for a moment.
あれ、玄関の明かりがついてる。さくら、一度家に戻ってきたのか？
No. Tosaka's probably waiting literally right there. Good lord.
私じゃないと思います。藤村先生じゃないでしょうか。
I mean, it's gotta just be Tosaka, right?
はあ。
We go to the door, hand in hand. Her cold hand has become warm. I'm relieved to feel the warmth of her life, and I enter my house as if I've just come home from school. There's absolutely no shot it's Taika, right? Yeah,
お
like,
帰りなさい。
that was so obvious.
失礼だとは思ったけど、勝手にお邪魔させてもらったわ。
Yikes.
遠坂。
遠坂先輩。ええ、最後にはここに戻ってくると踏んではいたけど、まさか二人で戻ってくるとはね。
I quickly push Sakura behind me and confront Tosaka.
遠坂、お前まだ。
当たり前でしょ。遠坂の魔術師として麻藤さくらは放っておけない。冬木の管理者として処罰しなければ私が教会に目をつけられる。
そんな事情なんて知るか。さくらはまだ何もしてない。それでもさくらに手を挙げるって言うんなら、まず俺を黙らせろよ。
Does she have it in her to do that?
そうね。あなたは教会に属さないフリーの魔術師だし、ここで取り締まっておくのもいい。
Yikes.
私はさくらを殺すわ。それを邪魔するのならあんたも殺す。
I mean, objectively, Tosaka's in the right here, but sheesh. My senses become alert. Sokka's fingertip. Once it moves, that'll signal the start of the battle. I'll escape outside with Sakura before Tosaka can finish her spell. After that, I'll decide what to do after that on the spot. For now, I'm going to concentrate on getting away from here. The difference in our skills. Can't even spare to think about what I might do against Archer, who should be here. Tosaka's lips start to move, and I notice she's merely speaking, not casting a spell.
やめて。やめてくださいね。
Sakura jumps in between us.
さくら。先輩の言う通りです。私はまだ先輩しか傷つけていません。その先輩が許してくれるなら、私はまだ罰を受ける言われはないはずです。
I mean, I suppose logically, yes. But, I mean, I feel like with the knowledge they have...
あなたね、ちゃんと自分の体を把握しているの？
Oh, she does. She's just trying to find a way out of this. Self-preservation's kicking in.
そんな体でよくもそんな。言えます。私はまだ大丈夫です。それより、遠坂先輩こそ本気ですか？ 先輩はもうマスターじゃない。セーバーさんもいなくなって元の先輩に戻ったのに、マスターである遠坂先輩が手を挙げるって言うんですか？
I mean, we're the one that made the decision to keep fighting, so it doesn't really apply here.
あげるわよ。そいつが丸腰だろうとなんだろうと関係ない。私の邪魔をするのなら容赦なく排除するしかないでしょ。ならそれでも先輩と戦うのなら、
Oh lord.
私が遠坂先輩と戦います。ライダーのマスターとして遠坂先輩には負けません。
Sakura's trembling, but she confronts Tosaka with the utmost courage. Is she surprised by Sakura's determination? Or does she think it's disadvantageous to fight here?
そう。そこまで言うのならマスターとして勝ち残りなさい。あなたが助かる方法はまだ一つだけあったものね。聖杯が手に入れば造形の呪縛なんて簡単に解除できる。遠坂先輩、別に見逃してあげるわけじゃない。聖杯を奪い合う者としての勝負ならいくらでも戦う機会はやってくる。
Yeah,
ただ
thankfully.
ここは相応の場じゃないってだけ。
She passes by us. To my surprise, she doesn't show any enmity as she passes by.
遠坂。
せっかくの共同戦線も一日限りになったわね。
Yeah,
あなたがさくらをかばう以上、もう協力体制なんて言ってられないでしょ。
it did not last very long, huh?
けど忘れないで、さくらはいつ暴走するかわからない。その時にあなたが死ぬのは勝手だけど、預かったからには犠牲者はあなた一人にとどめなさいよね。
Yeah. Man. I'm just so worried that frankly he won't be. Like, objectively speaking, the decision he made is the wrong decision, right? But obviously, you know, feelings, it's not just logic. Feelings come into play. So that's why he made the decision he did. But he's made that decision, and he has to do everything in his power to make sure that nobody else gets hurt because of it. Frankly, no disrespect to Shiro, but I don't know if he's up for the task right now. We're gonna have to hope he is, man. She leaves without turning around.
先輩、私。
バカ、そんな不安そうな顔するな。今のは遠坂流の皮肉だろ。あいつ、人をからかうのが趣味だからな。
That's true. I do my best to cheer Sakura up as we go into the hallway. We're both freezing, so we should quickly get changed and warm ourselves up.
預かったからには、犠牲者はあなた一人にとどめなさいよね。
That means that when she kills me, I have to kill her as well. Sokka left, leaving me with what I must do at the very least. That will never happen. I keep convincing myself as we head to the living room. I wouldn't be so sure, man. Oh my goodness. Let the night end! Our clasped hands are really warm. Sakura's here, alive. That's all I care about now. I can't make Sakura uneasy by worrying about other things, but... Wait. I think Sakura's hand is too warm. Oh, here we go again.
さくら、もしかして熱がぶり返したか？
どうでしょう。私、暑いですか？
She must not know herself, as she asks me a strange question.
いや、そんなに暑いわけじゃないけど、俺よりあったかいかな。なんか触ってるとポカポカしてくる。
きっと風邪です。ずっと雨に打たれてたから、それで風邪をひいたんだと思います。
Sure. I don't know why, but Sakura lowers her head in embarrassment.
そっか、そうだよな。じゃあ早く着替えて体を温めないと。夕飯は俺が作るから、さくらは熱を測って、風邪だったらあったかい格好で今に来ること。夕飯は食べやすいものにしとくから。
いえ、晩ご飯はいらないです。もう寝ますから、先輩もお休みください。
Sakura leaves in a hurry. Oh well. I'll catch a cold too if I stand here like this, so I should take a bath and warm myself up. Please, just let the night end. Beg of you. I finished taking the bath and returned to my room. Now that I've changed out of my wet clothes, I finally feel like I'm home again. I sit down and let out a sigh while relaxing my shoulders. Today was a long day. Yeah, it was. Looking at the recording time, it was a long day. Many things happened. There were many ups and downs. I sort out the things I've lost from those I still have.
そうだ。さくら、ライダーのマスターだったんだっけ？
Which means Ryder's chilling here somewhere. Seems Sakura had given her right to Shinji. She's Ryder's master now. Ryder must be nearby, protecting Sakura.
そうだな。ライダーとはもう数回会っているし。
Wonder if that's the real reason. Sakura, like, inadvertently giving her orders. It's possible.
あいつがさくらを守ってくれるなら、ちゃんと話しておかないと。
Or whether inadvertently or completely on purpose and she's disobeying Shinji to follow Sakura's orders. I don't know. Actually, that's quite likely, given the way she kind of assisted us in dispatching Shinji, right? She's unapproachable because of her appearance, but I think she's understanding. I don't know when Sakura will be discarded by Zoken, so Ryder's the only one I can rely on. Well, according to Kodamine, Sakura's condition will get worse the more she uses her servant, so relying on Ryder is the last resort.
よし。明日になったら、
Oh
さくら
god,
に紹介
thank
してもらおう。
god, man, I really thought they were going to do that today.
ああ、けど、セイバーにやられたことを根に持ってそうだよな、
はい
あいつ。
Yeah, I mean, doesn't look like she's held much of a grudge so far, so let's hope not. My shoulders slump. Ryder will be living here too, so I should at least greet her.
誰だ？
Hello. I raise myself so that I can dodge instantly and glare at the shoji. Outside the room, I can see the silhouette of someone standing on the porch. There's no reply. The figure seems to be waiting for my reaction. Damn. There's nothing I can use as a weapon here, so I'll have to attack first before...
先輩、起きてますか？
Yes, we are.
なんだ、さくらか。
I sit back down.
風呂なら好きに使っていいぞ。着替えなら藤根のがあるだろ。
はい、お風呂はもうお借りしました。藤村先生の洋服も借りてます。
Then I don't think there's anything else to ask.
先輩、入っていいですか？
いいけど、どうしたんだよ、改まって。
Got a bad feeling about this. My horny radar's going off. God. I wouldn't be surprised if this leads to a sex scene, actually. The shoji opens, and the person entering the room is... Sakura, in normal clothes, acting strangely. I hear someone gulp. I realize that it's me and feel myself heating up. Oh lord. I'm about to act up. Cover my mouth with my hand and look away. This makes no sense. I looked away, but the urge to look at her is overwhelming. I don't know why, but Sakura's stirring up strange feelings in me right now. Sakura just stands there. I finally realize that something else is strange.
さくら、どうかしたのか？熱はどうだったんだ？あ、やっぱり風邪か？
いえ、熱はありますけど、風邪じゃないんです。
That would be correct.
私が暑いのは病気じゃなくて。
Horny. Sakura looks down awkwardly. Sakura acted like this from time to time over the last couple of days. Thought I'd grown used to noticing parts of her that I didn't know about, that she's a girl my age. But I think this is on a different level entirely. Yeah, that might be putting it lightly.
さくら、
ダメなんです。先輩、もう私一人じゃ抑えられない。
抑えられないって何が？
私の中の。だって先輩と一緒に帰ってる時でも先輩の手が温かいなって思っただけで。
Sakura sways unsteadily. Looks like something more serious than just a fever. Bro. Oh goodness. trying to think clearly. It's clear that something is wrong with Sakura. In that case, I should take her hand and lead her back to her room. But I can't move. It's maddeningly silent. Sakura draws towards me as though blown by wind. Her foot catches on the edge of the tatami mat and... Was that my cry or Sakura's murmur? Sakura collapses feebly. My feet move again. I move to help Sakura to her feet. Too late. I awkwardly catch Sakura. How convenient. There's clearly something wrong with her body. She's burning up, but only her limbs are cold. Her body is feverish, but her arms and legs are bloodless. This is absolutely not an ordinary fever. This isn't caused by sickness, but a poison made by human hands. My gaze moves. Sakura's burying her face into my chest. There's a long silence. She doesn't make a sound, but Sakura's crying.
Sakura.
先輩。先輩はどうしてこんな私をかばってくれるんですか。私はとっくに蝕まれています。先輩が好きでも先輩のためになれない。なのにどうして遠坂先輩姉さんを敵にしてまで私を守ってくれるんですか。
The reason I protect Sakura. I don't even need to think about such a thing.
違う。俺の方がさくらにいてほしかったんだ。
So in the end, it's pretty simple, really.
俺にはさくらが必要で、離れるなんて考えられなかった。だから、いくら遠坂がさくらの姉貴だって、おいそれと譲れるもんか。
それは家族としてですか。それともちゃんと一人の女の子として。
Option 2.
でくれる。
Wasn't done talking. Unlucky. There's no way that I can see her as family now. I've wanted Sakura by my side these past couple of days. No, for a long time. It's just that I can't lie to myself any longer.
なあ、俺、さくらが好きだ。
I say it clearly. It's ridiculous. When faced with the possibility of losing Sakura, my insignificant facade is finally stripped away.
先輩。
Sakura is trembling. No, maybe it's me who's trembling. Of course I'm nervous lying down with Sakura in my arms and confessing my feelings to her like this. With just a little strength into my hands that are holding her. It's quiet. Thought I'd be more agitated. Putting it into words, I feel completely calm.
さくら。
Sakura's shoulders are moving. Her head shakes as she faces into my chest. I told Sakura that I love her. I want to ask if she feels the same. No, maybe I don't need to ask. From tomorrow on, we could spend the mornings together like usual. Her frailty takes my breath away. Yeah, there's the song, huh? Her voice sounds even weaker than before. I was like, dang, this scene was really wholesome, huh? And this is where it gets horny. Not that it actually bothers me that much. I don't really care, but it's not the sound of someone feverish.
おい、さくら。
Sakura's on top of me, and something seems to be wrong with her. Not only is she feverish, there's something pitiful about her, as if she's enduring something.
さくら、おい、しっかりしろ。具合悪いのか。
Sakura's body is heating up, and at the same time her limbs are getting colder. I need to calm down. I can't help Sakura, but Tosaka... No, that's no good. Then I'll take her back to the church. No, instead of taking Sakura there, I should call Kotomina here.
じっとしてろ。すぐ楽にしてやるから。
先輩。
I don't think you know what that entails, bro. Then first I should put her to bed. Sakura's clinging tightly to me. Her anguished expression makes me bite my lip. I told Sakura that I love her, but I can't even do anything for her. Oh, boy, there's plenty you can do for her.
星。先輩。私。足りなくて。
Her incoherent mutter mixes pain and bashfulness.
できないんです。私、耐えられない。
Okay, I had to be sure. I had to be sure. Our breathing quickens. Sakura's pained breath and mine as I listen to it. Can't stay calm being close to her. For now, she needs to sleep in a warm bed.
いいか、さくら。ちょっと。
This episode's gonna be so long. Oh no, what have I done? Sakura refuses and tries to run away. No, she leans back and grabs my hand.
悪い、さくら。
違うんです。違うんです、先輩。なんで私。
Thought Sakura didn't want to be touched, but that's not it. Oh no, that's the opposite of the problem, Brody. Sakura's behaving inconsistently. Her arm is gripping my hand and trembling as it tries to draw me toward her, but her upper body is trying to move away.
さくら。おい、さくら。
ダメ、そんなことしちゃう。先輩に嫌われちゃう。けど苦しくて先輩の手が温かくて。
My hand in Sakura's moves slowly towards her. I can't pull free. Can't let go of this frail, resisting hand.
先輩、ダメ、全然足りなくて。
There's a captivating quality to Sakura's voice. Sakura brings my hand close and... Bruh. What? Is that just how they avoid the horny in this route? As if looking for relief, she bites my finger. The surprise steals my strength away. Why is Sakura doing this? She bites into me. There's a slight pain in my fingertip. Sakura's teeth tear my skin, and pain and blood begin to pour out from the inside. My blood streams out. Sakura's shaking gradually slows. Her cold limbs start to gradually regain their warmth. She gulps. There's a tiny movement in her throat as she swallows the blood. The tip of her tongue touches the wound. Makes a quiet sound as she drinks the red blood. My finger feels so pleasant, it's as if it's about to melt away. Oh, I'm sure it's your finger in the normal version. I feel the sensation of Sakura's lips, and the occasional gentle touch of her tongue. Or more than that, with every drop of blood that leaks from the wound, a sweetly pleasant feeling washes over me. I'm sure I felt the same pain somewhere before. I can't remember what kind of experience it was. It feels so good it seems like a bother to remember. It's only sucking my finger, but the comfortable sensation runs past my wrist and up to my elbow. It's as if the veins from my heart to my fingertip have been brought into sharp relief. The blood carrying my magical energy slips into Sakura's mouth and... I look objectively at the reality of the situation. Sakura's drinking my blood while holding back embarrassment, and her condition is improving. Then, what's the problem in what she's doing? How much blood have I lost, judging by the weakness from my loss of blood? I'm sure I've only lost as much blood as I would from a blood donation. Sakura gives my finger a final lick, and with a sound, lets it fall away from her lips. I'm sure that's exactly how the scene goes in the original version of the game, right? Right, guys? For sure. We look at each other wordlessly. Sakura's condition seems to have returned to normal. She still looks forlorn.
Sakura.
Finally, I call her name. I hold back the strange pleasure I felt for my finger, my unease about what just happened. With a start, Sakura lets go of my hand and jumps back.
さくら。いや、答えられないなら構わないんだ。
ごめんなさい。
Her voice is so quiet, it's like it's about to disappear. When I turn to face her, Sakura hangs her head as though cowering, her hands in her lap.
知ってますよね。先輩、私は魔導の家で魔術師として教育されました。
And I'm screenshotting like this like I don't have a definitive thumbnail for this episode.
血筋の違う私を魔導の魔術師にするため、おじい様は私の体をいじったんです。 その結果がこんな魔力が足りないとおかしくなる体なんです。
A dark rage towards Mato Zoken wells up within me. But even more than that, Sakura's passionate, pitiful speech fills my chest with pain.
魔術師の力が欲しくて体の虫たちがうつき出すんです。そうなっちゃうと私はどうしても我慢ができなくなる。虫たちが魔力を食べ尽くして足りない、もっと欲しいって言ってるんです。だから先輩の
血を飲んだのももしかして。
She gives a small nod. In this silence, it makes a very definitive answer.
魔術師の血にはよく魔力が溶けます。だから先輩の血を飲みたくなったんです。飲めば魔力が補充できて体の異常も収まるから。
I see. Going back to being Rider's master greatly increased Sakura's consumption of magical energy. She was able to live normally without difficulty up until now. Now even that takes up magical energy.
どうかしてますよね。先輩が顔を背けたくなるのも当たり前ですよね。先輩と一緒に帰った時からうつき出して先輩のことしか考えられなくなって、先輩が私を助けてくれるのに、
Yeah.
私は先輩から無理やり奪って。
You kinda did, huh? I can imagine this is a lot more morally questionable in the original version of the game.
先輩、私おかしいですよね。
Her voice breaks. The wound Sakura gives me throbs with pain right to my heart.
先輩が抱きしめて心配してくれる時だって私は先輩の血を飲みたがってた。先輩は私のことを一人の女の子として好きだって言ってくれたのに、私は虫たちがあげるうめき声しか聞けなかった。楽になりたい、早く楽になりたい。だから先輩が血が欲しいって。だから本当は先輩を好きじゃなくて先輩の血が飲めるから好きになればいいんじゃないかって。だからごめんなさい。こんな血を吸って楽になることしか考えない私は先輩に好きになってもらう資格なんかない。
It's obvious. I don't even know why I should have to say it.
汚れてなんかない。さくらは綺麗だ。
I embrace her again and whisper. Is it because Sakura's shaking and crying? Or because I'm saddened that I can't cry for her?
バカ。血の少しくらいで嫌いになんかなるもんか。俺だってさくらのことが好きだった。今まで気がつかないふりをしてごまかしていたくらいに
Well,
さくらは綺麗だ。
what's with the ED there?
だからそんな風に自分を責めるな。さくらの体がそうなのはさくらのせいじゃないんだから。
I stroke her shoulder. It doesn't actually mean anything. Sakura leans on my shoulder and sobs quietly.
それにさ、さっき血を吸われてるとき嬉しかった。
そんな先輩。
おかしくないぞ。さくらの体を治せない俺でもさくらを楽にしてやれるんだって嬉しかったんだ。だから気にしないでくれ。俺にしてやれる唯一のことを嫌がられたら立つ瀬がないしな。
I pat Sakura on the back as if to cheer her up.
俺の血でよければいつでも言ってくれていい。それでさくらが楽になるのなら俺はそっちの方が嬉しいよ。
I'm glad that I fell in love with Sakura. Because even if it's just a little, it's something I can be proud of.
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい先輩。私。
Sakura is apologizing. Each time, I stroke her shoulder and tell her there's nothing to be sorry for. Sakura's shaking uncontrollably, like a small child.
私先輩のことが好きです。好きだからこんな自分じゃダメなんだって。でも先輩が私のことを好きでいてくれるならお願いです。私がまた苦しくなった時に先輩に助けてもらっていいですか？先輩の血を飲んでも私のことを嫌いになったりしませんか？
I shook her head as if telling her it's all right. Sakura stops trembling and smiles through her tears.
私先輩を好きになってよかった。
She gives my cheek a light but deeply affectionate kiss, touching the spot where her lips gently touched me. I feel red just remembering it. We touched many times up until now. Now it feels embarrassing all of a sudden.
まあなんだ。
先輩
We let go of each other and kneel face to face. Everything that's happened up to this point is flooding into my head all at once, and I can't move. Sakura seems the same, and our gazes roam restlessly around.
今日は本当にお世話になりました。私部屋に戻ります。おやすみなさい。
Word? Good night. Sakura stands up in a hurry. I have no reason to stop her. I'm too embarrassed to anyway.
おやすみ、さくら。
はい、おやすみなさい、先輩。
The shoji slides shut, and Sakura disappears. Now that I'm alone, I touch my cheek and my finger. The seriousness of Sakura's situation is inevitable. When I remember what just happened, I feel really happy.
寝よ
I want to remember it some more, but there's a lot to do tomorrow. I have to think about what to do about Tosaka, and there's Ryder too. Plus, the Grail War isn't over yet, and I need to take down Mato Zoken, who's the source of all this trouble, so Sakura... See, I really am getting sleepy. My mind and body are both tired, so I need to sleep soundly now and give it my all from tomorrow onwards. Oh goodness, come on. Just let the episode end. I'm about ready to just end it here, bro. This is ridiculous. I'm dreaming. I should be sleeping alone, but there's someone cuddling up to me. I'm too mentally and physically exhausted to be awake. Sakura went back to her room. I'm just gonna... We're gonna bookmark in case I decide this is not worth the time. Okay, that's ridiculous. I bookmarked, but we'll just go through it at this point. At this point, if it gets too much longer, I just have to accept that I'm going to split these two episodes. So I can only be sleeping beside Sakura in a dream. Even in my dreams, Sakura is drinking from me. That's how stimulating it was when Sakura drank my blood. I want to tell her that I love her. She repeated senpai over and over, desiring me. I want to respond to her affection. Sakura is drinking from me. Even in my dreams, Sakura is drinking from me. I'm literally entranced. It's not enough. It would feel better if it were enough to break both of us. If creation is a gentle pleasure, then destruction is an intense one. You see, they're both an undeniable catharsis. What am I thinking? That's completely inhuman. My vision wavers. Sakura's not there. Sakura was drinking from me, but all of a sudden I'm being eaten by something strange. It goes crazy if she doesn't do her duty as a master. So, it's a lose-lose situation here. And so the logical thing to do is try to remove the crest worm. And that's just what they do. And, obviously we had to hope it succeeded, and inevitably we know it didn't, but we'll get there when we get there. And then Shiro has a talk with Archer, which was huge, by the way. Hey, well, okay, actually Kotomine first. Talked with Kotomine about Sakura's condition, and I don't remember everything that went on in that conversation, honestly. But he talked a lot about basically what he needed to do, if I recall correctly. It was just huge scene after huge scene after huge scene in in this part. So I don't remember everything he said, so my bad. There was just so much going on. But we talked with Kotomine. And I think he basically told us that this is a lose-lose situation. And he condemned us for not noticing sooner. That is one thing I do remember. But after that, we walk right out, and then Archer's there, and he basically says, like, if you don't, like, sacrifice her, basically, like, you know what the right thing to do is, and if you don't do it, you're, like, forever going to lose yourself. You're going to be trapped in this, like, self-imprisonment, like, with some, like, you're gonna, like, imprison yourself, basically. Emi Ashiro will be lost. And he kind of walks away after that. He doesn't force us one way or the other, but he just tells us outright. I mean, I feel like that's kind of big, frankly. Archer basically confronted us, said, look, I am, like, he doesn't, we don't know that, you know, we don't know that he is also Shiro. But he's speaking from literal experience. If he does this, he's going to regret it. And after a talk with Ilya, where she talks about, you know, well, first, I mean, she just tries to talk normally with him, and he's just not having it at the moment. But she realizes that something's wrong, and basically tells him that she'll be his ally, because she understands, you know, you have to ally with the ones that you love, right? And that she'll stick with us through it. And I promptly decided to kill Sakura, and that was the wrong choice. Whoops. We kind of turned into Kiritsugu, and even Archer, really, I suppose. I guess maybe I should have known that taking advice from Archer was not a good move, based on the whole Unlimited Blade Works route. They don't really agree, fundamentally. But we got a bad end, and then we come back and make the right decision to protect Sakura. Because, I mean, at this point, Shiro's in love with Sakura. He can't really... He can't bring himself to condemn her. And, I mean, frankly, I should have known that. But he just can't bring himself to do it. And so, we go back, and we remember we were enslaved to Tosaka. And then go back and fix that. But then we have the conversation about killing her, whatever. And then she runs away, and we find her in the rain. And the scene in the rain, I mean, it was just, oh, that was amazing. I was trying so hard to find something to say during that, but it was incredible. She was just constantly condemning herself the whole time, right? Talking about how essentially, like, Shiro should not involve himself with her, and that she's dangerous and she will hurt him, right? And then also all the self-loathing, like she doesn't deserve him, you know, stuff like that. But it was just so visceral reading that over and over, and how she knew she shouldn't lie to him anymore, right? And just wanted to get out of the situation. But it was scarier for her to leave, right, Shiro's house than it was to try to kill herself at some point. And I mean, really, this is all you need to know about her situation there. It was such a hard scene. It was an amazing scene, and it was hard to sit through in a lot of ways. We go back to the house. We officially basically become enemies with Tosaka. And then, oh god, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. I should have muted my mic. My bad. But then we have the scene in the bedroom, which starts pure, right? You know, they confess their love for each other, and then it gets horny. With Sakura sucking his blood out. I gotta be honest, that just seems really weird to me. I don't have any problem with sexual stuff, but this just feels like such a weird way to go about it. Like essentially that it's because of her magical energy, right, that she wants to be with Shiro like that, for the most part, and that's why she can't stop thinking about it. And I mean, it's partially because it's Shiro, right? Don't get me wrong, that is part of it. But it just feels weird to me that they had to justify it with the magical energy excuse. Like, why couldn't it have just been like, Sakura's in love with Shiro? He gets horny. That's what people do, right? I think I would have preferred that. It's not route breaking for me, but I gotta admit, it's kind of weird. It's a little uncomfortable. Thinking about the fact that, I mean, that was totally sex, right? Right, the finger sucking. There's no way it wasn't. I haven't verified, but I'm going to assume that was sex. I mean, not that I want to make it clear, right? I'm not trying to be hypocritical here. The mana transfer is just as weird in the other routes, but I guess this is the one where I decided to mention it, like just how weird that is, to me. I think it's because it isn't like blatantly replaced, right? It's still the same general idea, just a different way to go about it. You know, I'm gonna feel really dumb if it turns out this actually wasn't a sexual scene and it actually was sucking the blood. I'll feel really dumb here, but I strongly feel that it was not, because the last scene where we saw somebody sucking blood, right, Vampire Tosaka, right, I checked and that was a horny scene, very horny. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if this was a horny scene. And like I said, that's fine. I just kind of wish it was like more natural and not a, oh, my body needs magical energy, let's have sex kind of thing, right? That's just so weird to me. But it's whatever. It doesn't really ruin the route for me. All in all, though, absolutely amazing episode. And the one thing I didn't touch on that I could have gone without saying, but I don't want to, is I feel like we kind of learned the extent of Sakura's backstory here. Like, the fact that she is Tosaka's sibling, which I do believe I actually predicted. Like, that's the one thing I think I've gotten right so far. One of the very few things that I've correctly predicted. I've tried to make predictions, but I don't think I got many. I think I've had a lot more misses than hits recently. But I got that one. At least got that Sakura was adopted. I don't know if I got that. I don't remember if I got that she was a Tosaka. Actually, I don't remember. But whatever. And we learned that when she was adopted, she was like raped on the spot. And like, that's just horrible. Like, I feel like I would be doing a disservice if I ended this episode without mentioning how horrifying her backstory is. We touched on it a little bit with the worms, right? And that is her backstory, but there's just so much more to it, and it's just all horrifying. God. Anyways, I just felt the need to bring that back up, because it was just going to feel wrong if I did not mention that. But anyways, that is all for this episode, or episodes, depending. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know I have enjoyed so much. I don't know where I'm going with this thing. I have enjoyed so much. I really hope you guys have enjoyed as well. I'm still in love with this game, obviously. I am looking forward to playing again. Good lord. Man. I'm looking forward to playing again. This was an amazing session. I strongly suspect that I will find the time to play again soon. Because this was amazing, and I mean, there's still so much that can happen from here, right? It's not like a definitive route to the end. Like, yeah, we have Sakura with us now, and we have Ryder, but there's still so many unanswered questions. What are we going to do about Sakura, like, going berserk? What are we going to do, right? Because it is inevitable, as far as I can tell, unless we win the Holy Grail War before then. And, I mean, that's quite a gamble. We still have the shadow that went completely, like, unaddressed in this episode, essentially. Like, besides one little mention from Archer, basically. Like, not even touched on. And again, this is all in a route where we don't so much as have basic combat ability. I mean, Tosaka did tell us that our specialty is projection, and maybe we'll use that, but goodness gracious, man. It's just, there is still so much that is unanswered, that while things absolutely, like came to a head in this route, or like, not this route, this episodes, whatever, right? Things went absolutely insane. It's not even close to answering all the questions. There's still so much left to be addressed, and I'm excited to address all of that. I hope you guys are as well. Like I said, I can't imagine it'll be long before I record again, because I just love this game too much. with that said, whenever that happens, whenever the next episode comes out, I hope to see you guys there. Until then, though, peace.